Welcome to the Gen X Talks podcast, live from the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada.
Making plans with the boys. I'm gonna hit the town. Yeah, I'm gonna make some noise. I push past the pain and my wounded pride. I'm gonna live it up. Yeah, stay out all night.
Looking for a 5x5 on KGXT radio. Letting you guys
don't have intro music?
No, because the intro music's on the radio. And it comes on like right at a certain time.
At 10.
Yeah.
I forgot we're early
Yeah,
today.
we're 15 minutes early.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, God damn it.
Why are we early again? 15 minutes is a lot.
It doesn't seem like it in the middle of the day, but when you're pushing yourself in the morning, it's 15 minutes, yeah.
That's a lot.
Because I have to leave on time. I got to get to Dayton because it's raining and they're dropping off those 40-foot Conex storage containers today.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay home.
You're going to stay in where it's nice and warm, you and the dog, who is wrapped around your feet right now.
One is.
That goddamn pup, I tell you.
He loves me.
He does. Welcome to the Gen X Talks podcast, broadcasting live from the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada. It is 9:46 a.m. Los Angeles time.
On a very cold, wet
Wait a minute.
November day.
Wait a minute. How cold do you think it is?
37 degrees, I checked.
Oh, and that's cold?
It could be colder.
Well, I can't wait.
It's a wintry mix is what it's called. That's what the weather app. I'm getting older. I check the weather app app 4 or 5 times a day.
And it says wintry mix.
That's what it says.
When we were in our 20s, you didn't give a shit what they called it.
No.
You didn't care at all. Now you're like, what does a wintry mix mean?
I know.
I
And
need
you know
to look
what?
that
You
up.
go 2 miles one way, it's snowing. You go 2 miles the other way,
The sun's shining.
so yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Well, we're for those of you who are familiar with landscape, are we at 4,500 feet? We're not that super tall. We're about as tall as the El Cajon Pass or the Grapevine down in the Southern California area where we grew
We
up.
said snow levels at 5,000 right now.
Snow levels at 5,000.
So
well,
we're just
we should see.
underneath it.
Yeah, we should see it coming in. Anyway, what the hell?
So there you are. There's your weather for the day.
There's your weather for the day, but just here. God,
What the?
sorry.
Would you stop fidgeting this morning?
I can't help it. I'm really struggling with this chair.
Yeah.
I've got the wheelchair in here because it's easy to get in and out of. It's a big fat chair. I used to be a super big fat guy. I'm down to
It's
just a
not good
big
for
fat guy.
you.
No, it hurts. I don't care how many pillows I stack or sit on now. My back hurts. I can't do this.
You know
anymore.
what?
Yeah.
Wheelchairs are not for sitting in long time.
There's
Long time, short time, no time, cheap, coochie, coochie.
Wait a second. There's people that have to be in a wheelchair their whole life. What do?
Have you seen their wheelchairs when they're in it for life? It's like a $40,000 wheelchair.
Can I have one of those?
No.
Well, God damn it. I got to do something about this chair. And if Mrs. Watton were around, she would send me something in the mail.
Please.
She would send me something big and comfy and go, there you are. Bless your heart. You just sit right there in that chair.
You know what bless your heart means?
But I'm stupid. So she told me.
I'm just saying, I haven't checked with staff, but they're saying my volume is low.
Yeah, because you won't talk into your microphone.
I
ever.
am in my mic. What do you want me to do? Oh, I almost said something.
Yeah, you almost said you want me to put it in my mouth. All right, how's your mic now?
I don't know. Let's just keep talking and see what
we'll keep
happens.
going.
I will look for first of all,
What?
when we went to the K-Wink, or what you say, K-Wank
Wank
studio,
Studios, yeah.
you sat in a, I'm going to rip this word apart, ergonomic, whatever,
like
chair
Steve Urkel.
for like 2 hours and didn't complain about it.
Well, yeah, but I was kind of excited to be there. Sometimes, you kind of ignore pain when you're excited to be somewhere. Maybe that was it. Maybe I was just, I don't know. You're right. I did. I did it for the Dr. McDreamy interview, and I did it for the Glory Cloud Coffee interview.
And he didn't complain about it.
No.
I think it's time to get a chair. You can fit in a chair now.
I do. I fit in regular chairs now. I'm pretty good.
Okay, well, it's time to buy one.
Is that what time it is?
It's time to buy one.
Well, thank
yes.
God.
So we had a staff meeting last night, which you didn't attend because you were busy.
I was super busy. You know what? You didn't see the members post this
Oh,
morning.
yeah, I
you?
did. You complaining about the Dr. McDreamy
Oh,
thing?
I fucked everything up. That's what I was doing last night instead of
Oh, you
attending
did
a
what?
staff meeting.
Wait, say that one more time. Say that again.
I said I was fucking everything up. I didn't know I was.
So you did it this time.
Yeah. Oh no, I did it. I kept making mistakes and I kept going and going and going and finally like, okay, I have a good final finished result. I've edited, I've rendered, I've got it all set, and then I posted the wrong one.
So staff wasn't in trouble this time.
No.
You were the one.
Yeah.
You messed it up.
Yeah.
You were the one that did the interview. You were the one that set everything up. And you blew it.
Wow. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? Just unload on me right now. Yeah. I did the whole thing. I fucked it up. But I was salvaging it too. I was saving it. I was correcting the error of my ways.
All right.
And then just fucked it up in the end game. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
What I did. I know.
Yeah, you almost messed it up right before this podcast too. Tell them what you did.
Okay. You
No,
know, there's
tell 'em.
no as I'm sitting here, some of you who are, if you guys are on Patreon or you're on any of the paid member sites, you know, we show you guys glimpses of behind the scenes stuff. One of the things every now and then I show you guys is I just show you what the setup is like right in front of me, the things that I have to finagle to get the shows on and off. And the big Mac right next to me, 27-inch Mac, I reached over and I accidentally hit the power bar. All the computers went down. All the lights went down. And I was like, God damn it. And so I'm hurrying.
And I looked at you like, really? Before.
I know, right before the show. And I'm
you
trying
were batting 1,000 these last couple days.
I am, especially this morning. And I was trying to get everything back up to the spot. And I'm thinking, wow, we got plenty of time. And then I realized, no,
you
we don't.
don't.
We're starting 15 minutes early. I did not have any time. No margin for
So what
error.
I was saying was
Yeah.
I held the staff meeting last night, which went really, really well. I mean, the staff we have is bouncing back ideas. It's great. I love the interaction between them. And
You had a good staff meeting without me? How's that even possible?
oh, it's fabulous. Yeah, I'll do all the staff meetings. I don't have a problem with it. But there's one thing everybody's been asking, and I've received a few emails about when's bingo happening on Discord.
Your bingo.
on our Discord
Yeah,
channel.
your bingo night.
Just so everybody knows, I'm a little nervous about it because I don't want to mess it up. I've never done something like this before. There's just a lot of ins and outs and wherefores and what have
Yeah,
you.
it's a little complicated to try to do. Let's say you had 20 people in the room. They all have their own 20 bingo cards, and you're trying to. I mean, you got to keep track of
Yes.
them. It's not.
I
super
think
simple.
I have it all, and I know there'll probably be some bugs to work out. But there's always that one person that will just bite my head off.
Some
or something.
dumbass will be in there going, you know
Yeah, and
what? I had bingo and you didn't hear me or something.
And it's people's money. They're going to be buying bingo cards just like you would if you went to a bingo place. And I would worry about it too if it was my money.
I got it. It's
So,
just,
anyways, Danny in the chat, shout out to Danny. He came up with a brilliant idea. He said, "Let the staff and us do a mock bingo."
he's not just in chat though. He's a staff member.
Yeah, you staff.
Okay.
And
You
people know.
You said Danny in chat. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But it's Danny H.
Danny H.
On
who's
staff.
on staff.
There we go.
Was at the staff meeting. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a brilliant idea. We can
Yeah.
run a mock bingo
Yep.
and just with the staff and just run it and see what happens. And I'm like, oh my God, that's fabulous. So
We'll try that.
we're going to do that. We're going to see what happens with that.
So I want you going to go back over something here. The other day, we had to do that show, garage show at the Foxhole Studios with the Sun Valley Fox and St. Donna.
Yes.
And we've really been putting forth some effort into fine-tuning that with the lapel mics, the different camera angles. We're really trying to get it right because it's such a fun show. We'd like to get it to where we can go vertical on all the channels and really draw in a big audience, but we've been hesitant because every week we fuck something up. Every week something doesn't go right. So we're getting close now.
Yes.
I think if everybody's on their A game, we are in good shape. So Sun Valley Fox says, well, one of the things we got to do is we got to put the generator and some other stuff. We got to mount them on Big Blue. Now, Big Blue is the 1971 Dodge D300. It's got a utility bed, an old school utility bed, and under the back window, there's room to put a piece of plywood and mount some things in the back window. All right. So Sun Valley Fox measures it out and says, okay, what you want you to do is go to Home Depot and get a piece of wood.
He's even telling you where to go.
Yeah, he's like, he's not bringing it up as a suggestion. Now, Sun Valley Fox is really politely clever in his conversations. He'll say, I know you've probably already thought of this, and then he gives you what he wants you to do.
I'm surprised he didn't say Roscoe Hardware, where we grew up.
He did, and he'll say things like, to your point, and then he'll tell you what he wants you to do. He kind of leads you.
He's got some catchphrases.
He does, and he leads you into these things so damn politely. He really does.
He's got it down. He was a manager or supervisor for so many years. He's got all those trained little it's not putting you down. It's like, to your point.
Yeah, it's a self-motivating thing as you go along.
It's very positive.
He doesn't do that anymore. Just so you know. He goes, all right, you're going to do it 88 3/8 long. We'll do it 32 inches wide. Go get a piece of wood and cut it up. Have them cut it down at Home Depot. Bring it back. By the way, we need carriage bolts and make sure that there's 4 of them that are 6 inches long and 6 of them that are 2 inches long. And I'm like, what? Just go get it. So I know what I'm supposed to do.
There's no asking.
No,
just going.
It wasn't to your point or a lot. You probably already thought of this. He's like, just go get the wood and shut up.
So we went to Home Depot.
Yeah, but before, our tires were low.
Oh, yeah, on the way there.
And it's raining. It is pouring rain.
But the funny thing about that is we got the phone started in the truck while we were driving, and our son called and asked you a question about tire pressure.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time.
That was so weird. Briggs calls from New York and goes...
No, not Briggs.
Oh,
our North.
That's right. Ryan. Yeah, millennial,
Ryan.
tree hugging, pot smoking, computer liberal, hardcore liberal son goes. He says, "Hey,
I just got a question.
Got a question about my tire pressure light. Is that like an average of your tire pressure throughout the day?" I said, "What?" He goes, "When my tire pressure light comes on, says my left front tire is at like 25 pounds." Now, does that mean that it was at 20 and it was also at 30 and 25 is the average? I go, no, that's pretty much a live reading. It's 25 right now. He goes, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Then
he goes, does the weather affect? He went a little farther.
Yeah, he goes, does the weather affect? I said, well, temperature does. Your tires can be cold, and when the tires go down the road and they heat up, the air expands. You get a different tire pressure reading. He goes, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm fucking sure.
Remember, I had a nickname for him growing up when he got into his teens. You called him Professor. Do you remember that?
He was the professor. He needed to know every answer, every detail, everything. He
was the kid that, what does this mean? What if? What happens? Why?
Yeah, he was
the what and why.
He was
kid.
9 years old and comes up and says, Dad, if aircraft carriers are made out of metal, how do they float? I mean, metal sinks.
He's a deep thinker.
He's 9 years old, and you got to tell him that there's water displacement. Anyway, so we get through with that. 1 minute later, my tire pressure light comes on. Then my phone beeps, and General Motors sends me a text. They say, "Hey, we just noticed your tire pressure light's on." I'm holding my phone. I'm like, "Yeah, me too, fucker. I can see the dash. I know what it means." Dumbass. They send me a text to my phone.
It's a smartphone, yes. Smart car, smart truck.
Smart fucking truck. It's like if the light went on. Maybe 1 mile later, I hadn't pulled over to address my tire pressure light, so my phone beeps.
Yes.
And it's my truck going, "Hey, are you not paying attention?" I'm like, "Hey, fucker, there's nowhere to pull over yet. It's been 1 mile." Yes, I'm aware.
Don't you carry a tire pressure thing?
Don't call me. My truck had to send me a text message going, "Since you're not listening to me at the dashboard, let me call you."
So who did you call? Not Ghostbusters.
No. Called Costco Jimmy, called James and said, and I know he's not at work. I know he's laid up right now with his surgery.
But you had a question.
I said, "Hey, and it's pouring rain. It is pouring rain." I said, "Hey, if I stop by there, can the guys over there?" Because Costco's near Home Depot.
Right.
Like, all right, let's just zip in there. They can adjust the tire pressure, and we're on our way.
Right.
He goes, yeah, and he gives me like 5 different names of guys that can help. And he goes, there's also a self-serve area. Well, I didn't know the self-serve area also had their automatic system. And I didn't want to get out there and put quarters in a machine and do all this.
You're getting old. You don't want to do it.
No, I would have had I known how they did it, but I thought it was the old school way, and it was raining. I thought, fuck, it was pull inside. Now, I'm trying to get through the parking lot. I can't believe how many people are in the Costco parking lot pouring rain. To be fair, you were irritating me a little bit because you were just Gabby that day. You were just talking, and we can go here and have lunch. We can go there.
Right.
And I'm like, I finally turned to you, and I'm trying not to hit people. I'm creeping along. It's bumper to bumper. And I finally go, can you shut the fuck up? We've been in the parking lot 5 minutes. You've said 1,000 words. Wow, you got mad. You gave me that. You were so mad.
I shut up.
You did.
I didn't say another word. I was like,
no, you didn't say another word for like,
screw you.
Yeah, you didn't say another word for like 3 hours. You were so mad. Anyway, so I went to the tire side, and I think you could vouch for me if you remember this, that there was so much traffic. If I would have just pulled right up to the door, I'm blocking people.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I kind of pulled up a little bit of an angle.
You were the annoying customer that was trying to get into the bay.
I knew
you absolutely hated when you had a shop.
I knew where to go. So this guy comes bouncing out. His name's Jared. He comes out and goes, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Hey, James, who works here, said maybe you could help me get my tires squared away real quick." And he goes, "Yeah, I guess I can." I said, "Well, where do you want me?" Because if I was in a bad spot, I told him I'm moving my truck. I don't want to. Where do you want me? I'll move.
Strike one. He huffed.
Yeah, he huffed. He goes. I said, so where do you want me? Because I pointed. I'm like, I'm parked kind of in the parking lot, and he goes, "Well, not here."
Strike two.
I was like, okay, and so I'm staring at him, waiting for him to say where he does want me to go.
Right.
And he walks off. So I'm standing out there in the rain. You're in the truck. He finally comes out. He does the tires. And I'm thinking, well, that was kind of a dick thing. He huffs about it. He tells me he doesn't want me to park here, but doesn't tell me where to go.
So here's the owner hat comes on. You put your owner hat on.
Well, I was
your manager hat.
I was just going to get back in the truck and let it go. And when he got all the way done, he goes, "Okay, you're all set." And I said, "Hang on a second."
Here it goes.
Hold on. I said, "Look, man, I asked you if you could help me. I asked you, where do you want me to park? Because I thought I was in the way. What the fuck were you doing, getting all huffy and telling me you don't want me parking here?" And he looks at me, I go, "No, your answer was, well, not here." It's like, well, fuck you. Where do you want me to park? I mean, I didn't say that to the guy.
Yeah.
I said.
But you brought it to his attention.
I was just going to walk away and let it go. And I thought, you know what? It's kind of a dick move. What
you
the
would
fuck?
not have let the guys working for you treat a customer like that.
No chance.
That would not have flown.
I don't care how bad a day you're having. Don't make it worse, and don't make their day bad. They're coming to you for help. Shut the fuck up and be helpful.
Yeah, it wasn't. You walked up there. You had no idea. Maybe he was having a bad morning, but that doesn't mean he has to reflect it back on a custer. I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate that with a passion.
Like I said, I was going to leave, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to say something. I'm just going to say, dude, you shouldn't have been that way. I asked you if I was in the way, and immediately Jared, he kind of melted. He could see his shoulders dropped, and he's like, "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't take it out on you. I'm having, it's a tough day, a lot going on, and we're behind." And I was like, okay.
That's right.
Thank you, and I talked to him for a second. That was it. And then I also told Costco Jimmy, I said, "The fuck's wrong with Jared?" He already knew. He goes, "It's just tough. There's a lot going on, a lot of wherefores and what have you."
But again, you don't reflect it on the customer.
No, so we go to Home Depot and we split up. Now I
love Home Depot.
You know Home Depot easily as well as I do. Easily. Maybe even some places better. And
I love it when we split up, and I went for carriage bolts
and
nuts and washers.
No. Well, there was one more thing, but you couldn't find it.
Hold on. Well, let's start there.
Okay.
I love going there.
Yeah.
And then I love having the guys in the aisle, and then somebody at Home Depot goes, "So can I help you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't need any help."
No, I know.
I know what a carriage bolt is.
I know this better than you. Shut up, kid.
So I get the carriage bolts, and then you sent me to get a female connector.
Yeah.
For the generator.
For like an extension cord.
I went to the right area.
You went to the right place.
But it wasn't matching up to the generator that you wanted. No. And then I did ask for help because I thought, I'm in the right area, but I'm not seeing this.
But even the guy who worked there couldn't help you.
No, he couldn't help you.
He's a little lost too.
So I called you on the phone.
Right.
And you came over.
Right. But before that, before you had to call me, I needed a big sheet of plywood.
Yeah, you went to wood section.
Big 4x8 sheet of plywood.
Yeah.
And so I walk in there, and immediately this dude walks up, and he says, "Hey, can I help you?" And I thought, well, that's good service. Thank you. I said, "Yeah, I need a 4x8 sheet of plywood." What?
This is a great story.
So he says, okay. He says, "Well, what do you need it for?" I said, "Oh, I'm just putting it on, I got an old truck. and I'm putting it on the utility bed. I got to put it across the bed. He goes, oh, so it's going to be outdoors. I said, well, yeah, it's outdoors, but I just need it, just give me a piece of wood. He goes, well, you're going to want to go pressure treated. And I'm like, well, no, I don't think I need pressure treated. Now, let me back up. Because he asked me, he goes, well, what are you specifically looking for? I said, well, I was told by the Sun Valley Fox to get 1 inch thick flooring wood, which is 7 layers of laminated wood. And he goes, oh, I think we'd have to special order that. I said, well, I'm not getting that because that's ridiculously expensive. But he's like, yeah, it's $198 or something a sheet.
Holy mackerel.
So I turned off my inner Sun Valley Fox voice in my head.
You didn't call him and say, are you flipping the bill for this one?
No, I just shut it off. And I'm like, okay, let's go back to what I need. 4x8 piece of plywood. He goes, yeah, if you're having it outdoors, you got to use pressure treated. And even the pressure treated was like $80 or $85. And I go, you don't have anything cheaper? He goes, well, sir, if you're going to put it outside. I go, yeah, but he goes, this is going to last. You're going to want to get pressure treated. He's trying to pull it off the fucking shelf and put it on my cart. He goes, this is going to last. I said, hold on a second. He goes, well, you want something that's going to last, don't you? You want to do the job right, don't you? I said, okay, we're going about this the wrong way. Sell me a piece of plywood 4x8 that is the shittiest, cheapest piece of plywood you've got that is only going to last 7 to 10 days. He goes, what? I go, I want to buy a piece of plywood that I can put on the back of my truck that is only going to last a week.
Why would you do?
Because I'm trying. He's obviously not getting the price factor. If I tell him less expensive, he goes, no, you got to get pressure treated.
Oh, I see.
So I'm going about it from a different angle. He keeps telling me about how great the warranty is on a pressure treated piece of wood. So I played his warranty game. I said, I want you to sell me a piece of wood with a 7-day warranty because I know the price is going to be low. I know because he's not listening that direction. So I went his direction. He goes, well, I guess if you're going to get one, you don't care what happens to the job you're doing. We'll just get this 3/4 inch pressure treated plywood. I go, how much is that? He's like, $28. I go, there we go.
Now we're talking.
So we get past that part. Same guy. He says, would you want me to cut this? And I said, yes, please. So we both go walking back towards that machine, the vertical machine that cuts the wood. And I said, it's got to be 88 3/8 inches by 32 inches. He puts it in there. He marks it. Then he walks over to me. He leaves the machine and walks over to me and goes, which end do you want me to start cutting first?
The one that fits.
I said, what?
And doesn't matter.
He goes, which end do you want me to cut first, the long end or the short end? And I went, no, fuck, am I supposed to know the answer to this? I mean, as a guy, you think you got all the basics down. You got the basics. You might run into some stuff you don't know, and that's fine. But there's other people standing around there, and they're all looking at me like, you don't know how to answer this question? And I'm thinking, no, I have no fucking idea. I go, I don't know what to say here. He goes, do you want me to start cutting this at the short end or the long end? And I said, you know what? Dealer's choice. Okay? Do what you want. I don't know what he means. As long as I told him, I said, as long as I end up with a piece of wood that's 88 3/8 by 32, I don't care. I don't care where you start cutting it from, or I don't care which direction you cut from either. I don't care if you use your left hand or your right hand. All I care about is that when I get my piece of wood done, it is 88 3/8
That's
by
all that
32.
matters.
Okay? Are we good?
That's all that matters.
He goes, I think I'll start with the short end.
Good
I
for
said,
you. Made a decision.
Yeah,
woo! He made
So-
a decision.
To skip ahead a little bit, we did the garage show, and we get to the point of I was telling that story on the garage show to the Fox, and he's just shaking his head. And I go, what? He goes, there's a reason he asks you that. And I said, what possible?
He has words of wisdom
He
for you.
knew. And I'm like, no, you're making something up right now just because you think I'm stupid. And I said, okay, genius. Why? He goes, because depending on how you cut a piece of wood to get the piece you need, you can have different lengths or shapes of the scrap wood left over. He goes, if you cut it down the middle or you cut it right to the edge, you just ruin all the other wood. But if you cut it in a certain place, you can have big pieces of scrap left over. And a lot of people they want it cut that way because they have use for that. They're like, hey, cut it this way, cut my piece out. I
and they'll
want
use
out.
it on something
right,
else.
and I got to I keep that piece whole though because I need something.
I got a
done.
question.
Yeah.
My brain is trying to figure this out. Pressure treated doesn't. Am I thinking press particle board? Particle board, press board or pressure treated are two different things, right?
Yes. Particle board is like sawdust and glue.
Okay, that's what. Because I'm thinking one of those is going to expand if it gets wet. You know, it kind of like
they all
puffs
soak up a little bit, but yeah, the stuff that's the worst that you've seen us. That press board stuff.
A lot of stuff is made out of
particle board. It just
IKEA stuff.
It's shitty.
Yeah.
It's just literally sawdust and glue, and they stamp it back together. Now, you ever seen a piece of wood that looks like it has shape? It's got triangles and flat pieces of wood all meshed together.
Yes,
that's better. That's plywood. It's better. It's got a bunch of shavings that are long strips, and they glue and press it together. The pressure treated is one piece of wood that's been soaked in a chemical.
Oh.
And if you're saying it has to be 3/4 of an inch thick, they pour a chemical on it and they stamp it down to 3/4 and it stays there and they treat it and then it's ready to go. And that's supposed to be water and dirt
that's what
resistant.
I was going to say. If it was weatherproof or something.
Like the 4x4s,
water
they're
resistant.
Like a 4x4 post that's pressure treated look like a dark red.
Oh, okay.
The other ones are kind of a green color. Pressure treated can be a green color. So there's differences there, but they're more expensive for what we need it for. But the Sun Valley Fox had an answer.
Once I started talking, I realized what I was thinking of.
Yeah, there's 3 different ones you were bringing up. The particle board,
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
You cleared that up for me. Thank you.
So we got
my brain feels better.
Well, good.
I know.
That's why I'm here.
I know.
You're welcome, America.
And Denmark.
All right. So we got the bolts we needed. They did not have a 220 female 50 amp cord end. They didn't have one in stock. You could buy one online, but they didn't have one.
Yeah, it was kind of funky.
It was funky a little bit. They didn't quite.
But the thing is I went and got the carriage bolts that I was told to get. And then when he asked me, he goes, "Did you get it?" I'm like, "Here it is. It's in my hand." I had the washers and the nuts all connected. Okay. And so what does he do?
Yeah.
Oh, those are kind of big.
They
were
look a
3/8 and they're a little long. I think you need to go.
Not long. They were little 3/8 is the diameter.
So he sends me back. So I had to take off the washers, take off the nuts, put those back. Get the 3/16.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Because
so then he starts questioning me about fractions too. Well, is 3/16 smaller than 3/8? I'm like, you're the mechanic.
3/16. I was asking you I was making sure you understood that the next size down I was looking for from 3/8 was 5/16.
Or 5/16.
That's all I was asking. But when you brought back the 3/8, I'm looking at it thinking, the frame on that generator, I think that's an awfully big bolt. Maybe we could go one size down. I didn't expect you to roll your eyes and huff.
Because it wasn't like it was the next aisle over. I had to go all the way back and do it all. But that's fine. We
got our stuff. So everything worked out okay. I got a dumb question now. It's about our daughter.
Ask away.
Well, our daughter, who's married to the Marine, lives in Nebraska. They have 2 kids now. And the baby is Malachi.
He's a monster.
And he's 1, right? I got this right. He's about 1.
He turned 1 in October.
Okay. So when I contacted her, I'm like, hey, and he's like, oh, just get him clothes, get him some little cute things. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I could figure that out. I was going to, go to you, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But she tells me, because I said he's a 1, right? Or a 1 at 18
12,
months?
Yeah, 18 months.
Would you go, okay, go a little bigger, 18 months. And she goes, no, he's a 4T.
4 toddler.
Yeah, that's what she told me. And
yeah,
I'm like, wait. 4T. Now, I didn't want to sound stupid in front of her, so I waited, and I'm asking you, that's 4T. That's like a walking around person, right? That's a 4.
Well, he is starting to walk, first of all, but a 2 toddler is like 24 months. That's about kind of like where it switches over, a 2 toddler. But she's saying he's
ready for kindergarten. No way. There's no way. That kid doesn't need a driver's license yet. He's not that big.
I'm just like, well, he was 10 pounds when he was born.
I don't care. There's no way he's a 4 toddler.
I pulled it up too when I was at the store, and I'm like pulling it up going, there is no way this kid is 4 toddler.
Okay, so I'm on the same page with somebody now. I'm not stepping on my dick here, but like, I can't, if I get him 4T, he won't he's not going to use it till the turn of the century. He's not going to fit in it for 2 or 3 years.
I don't know. But she's done that. She did that with her daughter too. I was like, why am I buying this? But okay, that's what she asked for. So
she just puts a really big belt on him and says they'll grow into it. They're fine.
But you know what? You know what happened to me? As for some reason, it's not clicking on me when I'm buying him stuff. I put together like a little December box for all the grandkids.
Yeah.
And I usually put in Christmas jammies and stuff. I have bought Christmas jammies for a grandson 3 times because I cannot get the size right. I've ordered like 12 months and she's like, no, that's not going to fit. Return it. I get 18 months. She goes, no, that's not going to happen. I return it. Then she says he's 4 toddler. And I'm like, I buy a 2 toddler. And I'm like, I just can't get it. Here's your gift card.
Here's your gift card. This will fit all sizes. The gift cards fits all sizes.
Oh my goodness. I'm almost done with Christmas shopping.
You keep telling me that. Every time we spent all that money at Costco and you said, it's okay, we're done with Christmas.
Well,
then you went to Target. Then you went somewhere else. And every time you do that, you're like, okay, now I'm done.
No, this is Grammy time.
What?
I'm a grandma.
I don't care. Get your shit together.
Shut up.
I'm just telling you.
It's not like you're helping.
What? I am helping. I'm helping you make a decision, put it in a box, and fucking ship it and be done.
Wow.
So going on, we decided for sure that during our podcast, we touch on a few topics, mainstream things that are coming across the wire. So looking across the wire, as they say, little ticker tape that comes through here in our back room. Did you see the guy who stood up before the city council in Dearborn, Michigan?
No, I have not seen that
He
one.
went in there.
Tell me about it.
He went in there with a bulletproof vest on. He waits for his turn to come to the podium.
He put a
bulletproof vest on.
Did he say that? I mean, or did you just see it?
You can see it.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have it like under his clothes.
No, it was khaki colored. And he's wearing this thing, and he waits for his turn to come to the podium.
Damn.
And he goes, all right, because now it's a Dearborn City Council. I think there's like 9 members, and 3 of them are Muslim. They've been elected. And he's like...
The people of Michigan elected these guys.
Tons. They're doing it all over Michigan. And he goes, look, I don't want you guys getting on the city council and changing America to Sharia law, to Muslim law. I don't like this. I don't want this.
Wow.
And they're just sitting there staring at him. He points to the three, I think there was 3 or 4. I think there's 3. He points at me and goes, I don't want you on my city council. I don't want you running my country or my local government. In fact, I'd appreciate it if you get the fuck out of here. Get on the fucking train and get the fuck on. Whoa. I'm serious. He wasn't being violent. He was saying, you're just going to keep, his whole thing was,
everything.
You're just going to keep filling up the city council till you win all the elections, and then you're going to start changing the laws. And I don't want that. I don't think that should be an option. I don't think I should be allowed to do it, and it's not going to happen on my watch. And he told them, you just need to get the fuck out of here. I don't want you in my country. I don't want you changing my shit. If you like your laws and your shit, then go find a country that has that. It's not here. And I was like, oh, my God. I mean, that guy just flat out, he said what a lot of Americans think. It's like, we don't mind you being here, but don't change us. And the Muslims are like, well, we're following the law. We can get elected.
I know. That's what's so scary is they've seen how our government works, how when you start on the bottom, you could start making changes on your way up.
They just need a lot of people to vote for you. And guess what the Muslims have a lot of? People.
Yeah.
They can just keep moving here and change stuff. So that was one. The other one was you brought up Ma'am Dami, Mamba Damba Damba is going to meet with Trump.
He's supposed to do it today.
And Trump is cool with it. He's like, yeah.
Yep.
Let's
go face to face. But
sure.
Supposedly right before he was supposed to meet with him, he had a news conference.
Trump?
No, Mondami.
Ma'am Dami.
Mondami.
Mom Dami.
Whatever. And he said he was going to work with Trump and do all this stuff. He sure has been backtracking a lot now that
he went to the governor and said, okay, let's get all my free shit in place. And she's like, you're not getting any of it. She goes, I'm up for election next term, really soon. I'm not going to raise taxes on people just to give you your free shit. So now he's going to go to Trump, and Trump's going to say, this is great. Yeah. Yeah, free stores, free food, free phones, free buses. I'm with you. How do you want to pay for that again? And he's going to go, well, it was hoping for a little help from you. And Trump's
well,
going,
he does
off.
have a commercial in New York that's asking for people, they funded his campaign.
Yeah.
He's asking them to continue.
Right. Yeah.
But so it's not really free
No.
if he's asking for money.
No, it's the same old socialist communist thing. Give me a bunch of money and I'll distribute it where, I think is best. There's a couple videos out, short videos that came out on Reels and TikToks and stuff, and it was perfect explanation from Elon Musk.
What's that?
Take $500 from a worker or a person. Just take $500 from a person and give $100 to 5 people. Now, you're going to lose that voter that you took the $500 from. You're going to lose that worker, but you gain 5 more because you gave 5 people $100 each. You take $500 from one guy and give $100 each to 5 more. You lose 1, but you gain 5. Welcome to how socialism stays in office. That's it. That is the simplest Elon Musk explanation, and it's perfect. And that's what Ma'am Dammy wants to do. Same idea. The other one is, I'm not first to say this. I'm not first, but I want you guys to listen to something real quick. A lot of the polls out there, even Fox polls, are talking about how people, even conservative Republicans, are kind of leaning on the government going, hey, you're not doing enough. Got to get some stuff going here. Come on, quit dragging your feet, which is completely untrue. Trump's done so much stuff within this first year. I can't believe how much
I'm giving you
he's
this
done.
look like, what are you talking about?
Well, and I'll tell you why. And it's a simple, like I said, I'm not the first person to come up with this, but it's true. Elections aren't won on foreign policy. They're not. They're won on the economy. Whether it's
how
gas
it's affecting
prices,
people.
Whether it's gas prices or how much you're getting paid at your job, it's the local economy. So Trump's tariffs, putting China in check. Putting the UN in check, ending all these wars he's ended, getting the Saudis and the Middle Eastern, everybody on board, bombing Iran. That's great. That is progress for the entire planet, and that is amazing that all this shit got done. But foreign policy isn't going to get you elected, and foreign policy isn't that. People are getting kind of lost in the shuffle here. Kind of raising their hands like, what about us? He's working on it. He's got a whole nother year before the midterms. He's working on it. He's going to get some stuff done, locally now. Interest rates will come down. Federal Reserve people will change positions and stuff. There's a lot of things that are going to go for locally now, but you kind of get lost in the shuffle. He's knocking it out of the fucking park around the entire planet more than anybody ever has. Maybe any more than any 2 presidents all the way back to World War II. But that doesn't win you an election. That doesn't get people resonating back home. People are turning in polls, like I said, even at Fox News, going, kind of feel like we're missing the point here.
Yeah.
He's not, but if he continues to just do foreign policy, he would lose the base because people want their pocketbooks addressed. So he's got to go after that. And I think that's getting lost a little bit right now. People are starting to feel that.
I have one more thing of news I have to tell you.
Sure.
I noticed. So in China, one of the oldest temples there burned down yesterday or the day before.
Really?
And you're not going to believe why.
Why?
Some guy went in there, I think it was a tourist or something, that had incense and burned incense and caught the building on fire.
Whoa. That dude's going to be... He's never leaving that country.
I was it was up on a hill, so the whole thing was just inflamed. Like, it looked like a big, huge torch up on the hill.
And it was one of their old, centuries and centuries old.
Yeah, it's an old temple that they had, and I was like, oh, shit.
I hate seeing old stuff go, because you can't replace it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You can't fix it, It's just, that's terrible.
Oops. Do you want to give people an update on our Dayton property?
No.
Why?
Well, we went out there. You guys, if you guys are members, member sites, Patreon, and the General's Lunchbox on Facebook, and of course YouTube members. You guys saw a lot of the pictures, and there's a ton more coming. We went out and cleared the whole property. Sun Valley Fox and I went out there. We rented a Bobcat, had a couple attachments, got a bunch done over 3 days. Then we had a guy come out and drop off road base. I wanted gravel.
But the Sun Valley Fox says, to your point.
Yeah, to your point. And then everybody else said, no, well, what people do to start with is road base, and they gave me a bunch of reasons. So the driveway, this open area that was usually very susceptible to mud, is now filled in with road base. Sun Valley Fox, we didn't want to rent another Bobcat, so we got his green lawnmower, with a John Deere sticker on it, and on my trailer, took it out there, and he took the big piles and leveled it out. And at the driveway part, I drove over it for about 40 minutes. Just nice and slow, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. For about 40 minutes, just went real slow until I packed it down really, really well. Sun Valley Fox took his little green lawnmower with the John Deere sticker on the side and went all the way out to the back corner of the property where there was a bunch of more piles of road base, and we're leveling that out because that's where the containers are going to go. While he's doing that, I'm playing NASCAR. I'm Dale Earnhardt driving circles around our 2.5 acres. I'm just going slow for like another 40 minutes, and I'm packing in where the delivery trucks can drive. I'm packing it solid so that when they get out there, they have some nice, they're not going to sink in the dirt.
Okay.
I also marked off with flags 50 feet by 50 feet so the Fox can get his lawnmower and scoop and bucket and put everything where it goes. I offered like when we did the Bobcat, he rode it for about 20 minutes. He jumped out and goes, all right, get in and go do it. So I got in the Bobcat and I learned how to run a Bobcat, and and we took turns and did our stuff. We did not take turns with the green lawnmower.
What was your tool of choice?
Well, I'll get to that. I didn't have a tool of choice. He didn't. I think he watched me run that Bobcat and said, there is no fucking way
all day
he's going to do this. I'm not even letting him on my John Deere. He's going to fuck it up. He's going to beat it like a rented mule. No, he never even offered once, do you want to turn? He's like, I don't want to be here all day. I don't want you to break my John Deere. So he hands me a rake. Yeah, a big fucking, like a rake that was 8 feet wide with tongs on it that were like 6 inches. He's like,
there you go, buddy.
Yeah, just follow me around, and with the edges I can't get to because of the fence and stuff. Just make yourself useful and straighten them out. There's not a way to make a guy feel less useful than to go, make yourself useful, answer the phone.
He wanted you to exercise.
Bullshit. He didn't want me to go anywhere near his lawnmower is what he didn't want. So we did get it all done. We packed everything down. We got it loaded up on the trailer and got everything going, and went home. And I did call Lori, the container lady. I got a container lady. And her name's Lori. She's been super nice to us. And I told her, I said, look, we've prepped the ground. We've done this. We can level it out afterwards. We can do a bunch of stuff. I did as much as I could. I drove and drove and drove, trying to pack it down. And she goes, well, you've done more than most people. Thank you very much. And that was yesterday. No, Tuesday. So today's Thursday. And I had arranged with Lori. I said, look, we do a podcast in the morning from 10 to 11. Can I please get the delivery at 11 or after? And she goes, well, yeah, I guess we could work that out. I said, just if he gets out there at 11, tell him I'll be there by 11:15, and please wait. Guy calls me this morning at 9 o'clock, says, all right, I'm loaded up, man. I'm on my way. I'll see you out there, right?
It's going to take you 2 hours to get there?
I said, whoa, hold on, buddy. Did you check with Lori in the office? No, why? I said, well, we kind of had a deal worked out, and I said, we're trying to get this, over the 11 o'clock thing. He goes, oh, well, I guess I could wait. So it's going to take me 90 minutes to get out there anyway. And, oh, heck, if I'm out there early, I guess I'll just take a lunch. I said, well, I appreciate that. Because, there's no place close by where our property is. There's one gas station, which I finally went to. Did I tell you that?
No.
I went to it one time.
A little neighborhood gas station.
Yeah, but it's far. It's like, 5 miles. So I drive down there and I walk in. And before I tell you what happened, I got to tell everybody what happened at the T-Mobile store. We went to get you a new phone.
Wait, what? Okay. We're flipping around a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not complicated.
All right, I'm following you.
So before I tell you what happened at the grocery store, let me back up a couple of days and tell everyone what happened at T-Mobile.
Okay.
I went to buy Jennick's mom a phone. She's had the same phone for about 3 years now. And we're sitting in T-Mobile, and it's kind of crowded. And this one guy walked by, and he looked just like Trippy Pineapple.
Oh, he was
spitting
like his
image.
Doppelganger.
Yeah. And he stops me and goes, hey. And I said, yeah. He goes, want to say I appreciate what you got to say. I said, what did I say? He goes, Gen X Talks, appreciate you and your boy and stuff. He goes, I follow you guys. And I shook his hand, and I was very grateful, and I went and sat down. So then there's people trying to help people, and I'm making fun and joking and stuff. And that one old man comes in.
Oh my God, he was in line for a while,
and he was the last guy in when we got there. So there was many people in front of him.
He's a little antsy.
Yeah, he's sitting there and he's like, he goes, he's sitting in the corner, and then he finally goes, "Excuse me, I just have to ask a question." And he jumped line like 5 people, but the T-Mobile guy was like, "All right, well, if you just have a question, I'll stop what I'm doing and answer it." And he was helping the trippy pineapple guy. That's who got interrupted.
Yeah.
And so the old guy who's asking this question, the old guy who's interrupting is right next to the trippy pineapple guy, and he goes, "I need just you to help me change a setting on my phone." Now, I couldn't quite hear the commotion, the laughter, the hustle and bustle. But then the guy leaves.
Yeah, he sprinted out
of
there.
The old guy got what he wanted and bolted. And so, of course, the whole store, the T-Mobile guy turns around. The whole store is wondering, well, what happened? So I asked him. What the fuck was that all about? And the trippy pineapple guy shaking his head like, you shouldn't have asked.
I don't even want to talk about this.
You shouldn't have asked, because he got to hear the whole thing. And the T-Mobile guy stands there and goes, well, he wanted me to turn off his safe search on Google and organize his porn sites. And I said, what?
We had to have that repeated one more time.
What did you say?
What did you just say?
He goes, well, he starts by handing me his phone and saying, can you organize all my porn?
First of all, the guy goes, I'm not touching that phone.
Because I'm not touching your phone. And then the trippy pineapple guy goes, yeah, he wanted the safe search turned off on all of his things so he can access all the porn he wanted, and he needed it all turned off, and he didn't know how to turn it off. And then once the T-Mobile guy turned it off, he says, well, can you organize, my websites in order? He goes, no, sir, I really can't do that. And so the guy goes, well, this will be good enough. And out he went. So
you wonder where he was going.
Yeah. So
and he was older than us. Let's state the fact. He was a lot older than us too.
Yeah, he had to have been Sun Valley Fox age around there. He was 10 or 15 years older for sure.
So that made the whole store was laughing after that.
Right.
We just had a good huge laugh with that. Oh my God.
So anyway, I go to the other store, and
this is the neighborhood gas station.
Neighborhood gas station. And the guy goes, hey man, nice seeing you again. And I'm like, again? What? He goes, yeah, I saw you at the T-Mobile store. And I'm like, well, fuck, small world, huh?
We were at the neighborhood gas station.
I was miles and miles away from the T-Mobile store, and the guy from the T-Mobile store recognized me from the T-Mobile store. It's like, hey, man.
Just like a few days later.
Yeah, like a few days later, the guy's funny. Like, hey, man, I remember me, T-Mobile store.
Remember we talked about the guy that wanted to organize the porn? Is that what he said?
Yeah, we shared a moment, man. No, we really didn't. So that was kind of funny you bounce into people. You meet people at the place, and then you see them someplace else. But it's a small area.
That's happened
here.
A couple times.
Yeah,
where we've met some people.
Small area out here.
Oh my God! So you also pulled out a jacket for the very first time in about 25 years.
You did, because I've never needed a jacket really, or gloves for warmth. And so you bought me some gloves because you asked what gloves I used in California, and they were mechanics gloves.
Right.
Well, up here, mechanics gloves get wet, they stay wet. You need leather gloves up here where the water doesn't get in. But you bought me the mechanics ones. I'm using them, but my hands are still frozen.
Right.
And then you're like, here, you can use this jacket out in the cold. And I'm like, normally I don't need a jacket, but we are back up north again.
And I had to dig that puppy out. Yeah, that was still in a bin.
I don't think I've had a jacket on in 15, 18 years. So you gave me this Bronco jacket, which is kind of cool, and it's got a liner inside and stuff, but it's shedding plastic.
Because it's so
all
old.
Over the truck. It's got thousands of little pieces of black and dark blue plastic. They're just, the ink is coming off. The ink is breaking off into chunks, and it's all over everything, but I did keep wearing it. I did wear the gloves, even though they were really, the water went right into them. They're so, Sun Valley Fox is out there in regular gloves. He's got leather gloves that aren't getting wet. He's got the same style jacket on, only his isn't peeling apart into 1,000 pieces. And that's the first time I've seen your brother wear pants. Not that your brother walks around naked. He just always wears shorts.
Yeah.
And he on Levi's or something. First time I've seen him wear Levi's, like, holy shit, man. I guess it's going to get cold.
Own some.
He does own some. Yeah, he owns a pair of Vans.
He does.
So we got everything done. We got out of there. And as soon as this show's over, I have to bolt. Yes. I got to race straight out there.
Yes.
Just so you know.
We only have a little bit more time. But anyways, you took Ranger. Ranger goes with you out to the property. He
loves going out there now. He'll follow Sun Valley Fox around. He'll follow me around. He runs the property line. It was a little cold out there. He crawled under my truck where the engine was warm and just sat there happy as could be. Didn't even care. Got up when he wanted to go run around, and he was a little cold. He went back and sat down. And I was telling you, the reason, to picture this in your mind, what do you think they're using to drop off these big 40-foot containers? They're not bringing a crane.
No, there's like a big, huge, like a semi, right?
Nope.
What?
Imagine just a big, full-size Dodge truck, a 1-ton dually Dodge truck, okay? Like the Sun Valley Foxes, but a little bigger and newer, okay?
Yeah.
Then they put a fifth-wheel trailer that hooks into the bed of the truck, and it's 50 feet long, and they put a container on it. They're going to drag this thing around that property in the mud, a trailer, and back this thing up. They're going to get stuck. I think there's an 80% chance this guy gets stuck today.
Well, I guess we'll figure it out.
So he's coming out there with that. That's how they drop him off. They're going to turn back up, put it where it goes, go back, get another one, come back out. It'll be 3 hours, take him an hour and a half to get back and load it. So I'll come home and come back. I'll have the guy text me. But then I got to meet him back out there for the second one. And it's going to be muddy. That guy's going to sink in the mud, and we're going to be 2.5 acres in trying to figure this out with chain. I'm bringing chains and straps and blocks of wood. This is why the Sun Valley Fox texted me this morning and goes, I don't think I can make it. I'm not feeling good. I had a bad night, because he knows we're going to be out there, assholes and elbows in the mud, trying to dig out this fifth wheel with this container on it.
Oh my gosh.
It's just going to be a mess.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so it's a thing.
So I ran to Walmart yesterday.
Yep, you
picked up some groceries.
Don't say Walmart.
I can say it. But I went to the grocery store.
There you go.
And picked up some stuff yesterday because I knew it was going to rain and we were going to be busy, and I don't want to go on the weekend. And anyways, I went looking for your gloves.
Yeah.
And I started out in automotive. I went over there.
Which was nice of you, by the way. Thank you for thinking of me.
You're welcome. So I was going down this aisle, and there was a gentleman in front of me with a cart, and he kept going straight, and I made a right. Well, he flipped a bitch and turned around and almost hit me as I was turning the corner. He goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Excuse me." And I said, "Oh, it's okay. It's no big deal. I'm just going over here." And he goes, "I'd follow you anywhere." I was like, wow.
Two Bears' ears just went on up. Two Bears' ears just went, ring. What the fuck, man? What'd you say? Who was he? What kind of car was he driving? What'd he look like?
I just chuckled, and then I looked at the gloves there, and I was like, well, yeah, these are okay. They're still mechanic gloves. So I pulled one off. I'm like, okay. But I thought, okay, it's winter, so I'm going to head over to the men's department and see. One thing I have to shout out to Walmart about is they have a work section, work gear section.
Oh.
Yeah, they have like overalls. I don't know if it's just here in Nevada. I've never seen it, but it also has those like fluorescent vests, work vests and everything. So then there was a glove section there.
Far out.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I bought you some leather gloves. So
I'll try them today.
We'll see what happens today.
Make me one promise, though.
What's that?
Do not ever buy me overalls. No, I'm never wearing overalls. You're not doing that to me, because then next will be the straw hat. You make me wear a long sleeve red
I think you
shirt.
Need suspenders first.
Long sleeve red shirt under it, and then you're going to start calling me Uncle Jesse. I ain't doing it.
You need suspenders first.
Not doing it.
Hey, the chat over in Discord is saying that you should set those containers about 20 feet apart to make it like a barn on top,
Oh, golly gee willikers. Why don't you guys mind your own fucking business? You don't think I know how to set one? I've actually called Lori, my container lady, and I said, can you make sure the guys set them exactly 20 feet apart, perfectly square and perpendicular to each other, so that I can buy one of those awning kits that go on the top? And Lori says,
there's your answer.
Lori said, I would love to sell you one of those. I said, well, it's going to take me a minute, but yes, I want one. Can't get one right now. They're like $6,000.
What?
Yeah, they're huge. And I'm not so sure that they'd hold up in the snow and the rain.
But you're buying it here. It must.
Well, that's what Sun Valley Fox said. He goes,
Why would they sell them?
I get done whining about it that I don't want to buy one because I don't think it'll hold up. And he looks at me and goes, why would Lori sell you something that she knows is going to be in the northern Nevada winters and have you come back like in 3 weeks complaining it all fell apart? She obviously sells things that work up here.
Yes.
She's been doing this for 23 years. I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to think of things out front. Okay?
We're not in California anymore.
No, he just says, well, you're just being cheap. You just don't want to spend the money. I said,
Yeah,
no,
you're
I
starting
don't.
to squeak.
But
When you lean side by side, you're starting to squeak with your wallet.
I just wanted to make sure that she lined them up 20 feet apart exactly so they would be ready for one of those canopies in the middle. And I wasn't sure. You know, I was telling Sun Valley Fox, I said, you know, we don't have the ground is pretty level, but it's lumpy. The road base is pretty good, but there's little divots. And he goes, it doesn't matter. He goes, we'll just jack the container up and set it where we want it. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, yeah. He goes, you take one of those jacks and you jack up a corner and you can put pressure treated wood, or you can shovel more gravel. Or take gravel out, level it out that way. I go, how the fuck are you going to lift a 40-foot Conex container, a C-train? How would you lift that? I don't have a floor jack that'll do it. He goes, you don't use a floor jack, dummy. He walks into his shed where his lawnmower is. And got that green lawnmower with the John Deere sticker. He grabs what looks like an updated version of a bumper jack from the 70s.
Oh, my gosh.
But it's the ones that off-roaders, serious off-roaders, they bolt to the hood of their Jeeps. They bolt these big things, and they're like massively geared low to lift anything. He goes, yeah. I'm like, what would you have that for? He goes, you know, if I needed to jack up the corner of my house, I could do it. I'm like, why would you need to do that? Yeah. I don't know, but I'm ready. He never did tell me why he owns one of these things.
He had to have bought it for a reason.
Okay, think in your brain what he has that's that heavy other than his house. Because that's what this thing is made for.
The chicken coop?
It could lift a chicken coop, but
because his chicken coop is, you've walked in there.
I'm telling you, this thing can lift up the corner of a house, and he looks at me like, I said, you
doesn't everybody have
that's
one of these?
What I'm saying. I looked at him like, how do you have one of these? He looks at me and goes like, you don't? No, I didn't ever know I don't have one of these. And he's like, this is nothing. We can lift up any edge of this. We can lift up the whole side, the long side of one of those containers. So he goes, have them put it wherever they put it. He goes, well, you know, have them line it up straight, but if it's not level, we can totally level it out. I'm like, holy Santa Claus shit. And there he comes with one. Now, the only bad part is that after you're done, there's a rental bill on that tool. You know, I'm sure he's like a $400 deposit, and you rent it for $20 an hour. And you know, there's just how the Sun Valley Fox rolls with his gear. So.
You never know. So you haven't done one for a while, but can you tell a car story? Do you have one today?
I was thinking that you were going to ask that. When I was a kid, I was a young man. I think I was 19. And I was working for U-Haul. You guys have heard a bunch of U-Haul stories before. I was working for 7-Eleven Company down there in the San Fernando Valley. And their big plant of operations was right behind Anheuser-Busch, where Busch Gardens used to be. And there's still a big brewery there. And I think there's a Tommy's Chili Dog place right across the street. And their facilities butts really close to the 405 and up behind Anheuser-Busch. And it's massive with all the trucks. They got if you have blown up trucks, they come there. Local vehicles come there. They do all the upgrades there. It's a big, huge facility. So I was maybe 19. And for some reason, and when I mentioned it was 7-Eleven Company, all the U-Hauls are broke down. They almost look like county maps. 7-Eleven Company, if you had a breakdown, and we were responsible all the way to Gorman. That's how far the 7-Eleven Company went. And then I don't remember how far south. And there was other companies too. But we had to take the biggest U-Haul truck, which at the time was a brand new, it was a JH program, so it wasn't the International, it was the GMC. And we had to load this thing, and we had to take it out to Santa Barbara. And there was dealerships out there that needed parts, they needed tools, they needed trash compactor things, they needed concrete mixers. I mean, we stacked small, medium, and large stuff all the way to the top, front to back. We had to categorize everything, tag everything, because certain things went to certain dealers. And we stacked this thing to the top. And it had so much stuff in it. And it was, because remember, U-Haul used to rent little things too. They used to rent little mixers, and they used to rent little motors and little concrete stuff. They had everything there.
Yeah, back in the day.
And so they called up the company and said, get all these things together from the bigger dealerships and bring them out. So we did. But it took us 5 hours to load this thing, top to bottom. We finally shut the door. I'm like, fuck, that's cool. The guy who was running that was Lanny E. Coffee. Kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick out there. And so we get it done, and Lanny comes out, and he was like, used to be in the Marine Corps, and he just starts screaming at me. And he's screaming at me because he kind of put me in charge of loading the truck with all the guys. We had a bunch of guys, and it took 5 hours. And he's like, you just wasted the whole fucking day, and you're going to waste the whole fucking day tomorrow. And I go, what the fuck is your problem, man? What are you talking about? He goes, you loaded the wrong truck. It was supposed to be this truck over here. You got the number wrong.
Oh,
and he's screaming at me. And I said, look, man, okay, so I got the fucking truck wrong. Go change your paperwork. Now this truck can take all the stuff out to Santa Barbara. No longer that truck. Make it this truck. Just take the fucking pen, change the number on it. Who gives a shit what truck we take? And I'm mad. I'm surprised he didn't punch me or fire me, but I was lecturing him about now how to go do his job. And he walks up like John Wayne, real slow, lifts up his hat and stares at me and goes, that's great. I'll go ahead and change the numbers. Let me know how it goes driving this truck out here when this truck has a bad engine. Won't start. Oh, the engine's blown in it.
No.
Dipshit. And I'm standing there going, I'm trying to think, I wonder if I could fix the engine again. I mean, it was just such a nightmare. And he just started chewing my ass. I mean, the birds at Busch Garden were probably flying away with him screaming so loud at me for the next 20 minutes.
Gosh.
And I just stood there going, all right, okay.
So you had to switch it all?
We had to start that day. We'd done it in 5 hours. We still had 3 hours left on the day. And we had to start that day, come in the next morning, switch everything over to the other truck.
Oh, my God.
And then 2 of us had to drive that truck out to Santa Barbara and start delivering the things that needed to go out there. What just a fucking clusterfuck of a deal.
Oh, my gosh.
So anyway, I don't know. If there's anything else we can talk about, bum.
I don't know. You got to head out.
Briggs has been sitting here he's been in New York. His truck's been sitting here. You've been starting his truck regularly.
I did, and I finally went in there and pulled out all the trash. I couldn't stand it anymore. God, that kid lives out of his truck.
He does do that.
And he had like clothes. You know what? I was like, he had clothes. Like he threw off his sweatshirts, and threw them all in the back. I was like, I am not washing these. So I stuffed it all in the bag that he had. Like he has a duffel bag back there, and I zipped it all up and went, yeah, it looks clean. It looks good. But
it's clean enough where you'll get in and start it once in a while.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, listen, we are coming up on time. Did about an hour. Thank you guys for listening in. I got a lot of work ahead of me if I quit fucking stuff up, and I'm having to do what if you guys saw today's post, one of them is Patton, World War II general, said, I hate paying for the same real estate twice. I hate taking my men, my soldiers, and having to go reclaim what I already did. That's me. I keep redoing things 2 and 3 and 4 times, and then I have to unpost, make everybody pissed that I'm unposting it, and then try it again. And that came to mind. I got to quit paying for the same real estate twice.
I'm surprised you're not yelling at Briggs yet, because he's left you all this work to do while he goes off and plays in New York.
He's playing. He's fucking around, going to the garden. Madison Square Garden.
This is his last weekend in New York. Yeah. He will be coming home next Wednesday, so 6 days. Yeah. He's even counting it down. But I noticed the thing that he sent, he's flying home with a buddy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's flying home with somebody. So that'll maybe pass the time for him. But
not staying here, is he?
The guy works.
Oh, I thought he was bringing somebody home.
No. They're just flying on the same flight.
All right, listen, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
We got to get out of here. I got to go. I actually got to go put my pants on, and then I got to race out to the Dayton. So hopefully I'll remember to put my pants on.
You have no pants on?
Nope, sitting here in my skivvies trying to get my...
Unbelievable.
I got to make sure I don't run under the door to my underwear, show up in Dayton with my boxers on, and not a good thing.
I think as soon as you open the front door, you'll feel the cold, and that would do it.
Listen, I got to go. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for being a little bit early. Thanks for staying when you did. We'll get it posted for tomorrow's drop for those of you that want to hear it again, see it again, do it in the rerun. But I'm telling you, it's time to get on the road. Get on the road, down the road motors. I got to be. Thank you guys for listening in. Not sure where you're chiming in from around the planet. AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you chimed in and looked over your shoulder at the Armed Service Radio Network to see what we were doing. We do thank you. Remember 2 things in life. Number 1, wherever you go, there you are. And number 2, I'll catch you guys on the flip side because I got to go, baby. I'm out.